Candidates are as follows. Iveagh County Down, Mr. Charles Poots. Is Mr. Charles Poots here? Belfast, Mr. Councillor William Spence, Bloomfield, and my friend Major Ronnie Bunting, Victoria. In Antrim North, we have the Reverend John Wiley. We should be here before the end of this conference, but this conference was originally called, I think, for 4 o'clock. We have tried to cooperate with you. South Antrim is the Reverend William Beattie, and Bandside is myself, making
we can't see it all.
Imperial Parliament, simply because it is quite evident now that the Loyalists of West Belfast will not be accepting Mr. McRoberts, who has been seeking a seat elsewhere, and there is a possibility of having a candidate which will unite all the Loyalist voters. So my wife is withdrawing in order that we can get a candidate in West Belfast that all Loyalists can support to oust Mr. Jerry Fitt. Those are preliminary institutional issues. Parliamentary meeting that was called. He dissolved Parliament. He went above Parliament. He went above his party, and he went to the country. And we have the most interesting situation now that we have official, unofficial unionists, and we have unofficial, official unionists. And we have a strange setup in the past, content to have his disruptive policies dealt with in Parliament. He's now taken his disruptive policies right into the arena of the political contest. It also says that the best and most faithful friends of Ulster are troubled. Well, the faithful friends of Ulster are definitely troubled concerning O'Neill's leadership of the party. And then he goes on that it's by no means too late. You, the people, can set us moving forward again onto higher ground. And the people of Ulster at this election will have the responsibility and the opportunity of dealing with this matter, which should have been settled inside the Unionist Party. Now, he goes on to say, or the party manifesto goes on to say, which is, of course, what O'Neill says, for this is an O'Neill document. He says that all citizens will be fully recognised. Obligations and rights of all citizens will be fully recognised. Well, we would question the sincerity of this statement by Captain O'Neill, because we happen to know that as far as Protestants are concerned and Loyalists concerned, Captain O'Neill has done everything to take from us our rights, even our rights to have proper hearings in the court of this land, the courts of this land. And I would remind you that some years ago I issued a summons on the Prime Minister to come to the court, and the court wouldn't even allow me to have him in court, and yet he was a vital witness in a case which resulted in 3 months imprisonment for me. So he himself puts himself above the law. And I might just comment at this time that delegates of his own association who hold that he was irregularly and undemocratically selected on the band side last Monday night are at the moment taking council opinion to challenge his authority to be called the official unionist candidate in the band side at the present time. So not content to put himself above the law, and his own party has even put himself above the rules of the Bandside Unionist Association. Then it goes on to say that it expects all citizens. That law definitely does not give us that right. And we do not receive as Protestants and Loyalists equal treatment under the law. And that's quite easily illustrated. When I did my last prison sentence, the Reverend John Douglas, at a religious meeting, passed certain strictures on the attitude of the government. He was brought up under the Public Order Act, and he was tried under the Public Order Act for using words likely to cause a breach of the peace. Eventually, when the case was appealed to a higher court, he won the case, and he was not convicted. But what I want to point out, all that Mr. Douglas said was that people should write their MP and make their protest within the law. And he was brought up for incitement at the heel. If one section of the community says they want to destroy this province, they will neither honour our flag, honour the national anthem, or support the Constitution. And the Unionist Party must be contemplating, if we're going to have a united Ulster, a capitulation to the forces of rebellion. We believe that there can be good community relations in this country, but we believe that those community relations must depend upon the Roman Catholic hierarchy withdrawing its official ideology that Ireland must be a united Roman Catholic Republic, and the hierarchy must repudiate that section in the Constitution of Era, which gives the Roman Catholic Church a special place in Era, and a united concern also.
Are you not afraid that as a result of your intervention you may let in an anti-unionist candidate in some constituencies by splitting the unionist vote?
Well, Captain O'Neill has very effectually split the loyalist vote by putting up and sponsoring tacitly these candidates that are running as unofficial unionists and also as O'Neillites, pro-O'Neillites. He is the man that is splitting the unionist vote and the loyalist vote. And in the constituencies that we are contesting, this does not arise in Mr. Wiley's North Antrim. It doesn't arise with Mr. Beattie. There's no Labour candidate in your area. It doesn't arise in my area because the Republican vote in my area, it would not be sufficient to elect Mr. Michael Farrell.
Have you any views yesterday on the opinion poll published?
I do not accept the opinion polls of the Belfast Telegraph, which is a biased, bigoted paper against Protestants. It refuses even my own church advert every Saturday night, and a paper that would do that I wouldn't have any time for.
Dr. Paisley, what
yes.
do you regard then as the basis of
our platform and fighting